Hello all and welcome back to New Hope Tarot. We're going to be doing your reading for an issue you need to address now. Please go to the pile that you were drawn to and I will meet you there. Hello pile number 1 and welcome. Let's take a look at your card. You have chosen pile 1 with the golden calcite. And your card is Release Your Ex. Okay, let's put the calcite right there. And the card reads, the time has come to clear your energy. All right, let's take a look at the oracle cards. Reclaim and Beauty. So far, without looking at the tarot cards, what I'm getting is that you are obviously in a situation where maybe you're not feeling as appreciated for everything you do. And no matter what it is you do, it just isn't enough. Because with this reclaim, this is telling me reclaim your own power. This is strictly getting back to your natural instincts and reclaiming that natural power of yours. The beauty card reads, may you perceive nature's artistry afresh. So I feel like you need to recognize, number 1, your own strength, and number 2, your own beauty. And I feel that whether this is an actual person, an ex-person that you were with, or an ex-job, or an ex-something, that maybe you didn't feel in your power or you felt less than, release that energy, okay? And because I feel like it still weighs on you for whatever reason, but you are much, much more powerful. You just have to come into that. All right, let's take a look at your cards here. We have the 2 of Wands, the Strength card in reverse, the Moon, and the Death card in reverse. Okay. So right off the bat, what I'm getting is, oh, you know what? I didn't even go into what the golden calcite meant. I apologize. I should probably do that before I read what the tarot cards are. I am so sorry. So the golden calcite, now, for those who are wondering, I don't look at the cards. I lay out the cards and then I place the stones that I feel appropriate, that I'm called to put onto there without looking at the cards. So I just want to be clear about that. The other thing is we're going to go over this golden calcite. Now, the golden calcite, so appropriate for this reading so far, is it helps you raise your vibrations so that you can improve your sense of self, which is actually what we just talked about, reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your beauty, your worth, your power, right? It also assists in positive changes, and it redirects your self-limiting beliefs and scarcity mindset. So what that really comes down to is, if you're in a negative headspace, this allows you to change your energy so that you are in a more positive energy. Remember, the Release Your Ex card reads, the time has come to clear your energy. And here comes the golden calcite, and it kind of tells you exactly what it is, right? And then I also, what else does a golden calcite? It can also help you rise above fears. So maybe you fear moving on to something new or something like that. So this can also help with that. And if you feel for whatever reason that you're not worthy, or your relationship failed, or this career failed, or whatever, this stone also allows you to embrace failure as a possible, like a detour to something better, to success, and things of that nature. It also helps your mental clarity. So if you are in a mental fog, or can't see clearly, or can't see your worth because of possible gaslighting or manipulations, or brainwashing, or whatever that looks like within whatever X you have, again, a person, a workplace, whatever that looks like, ex-friend that made you feel less than, it helps you see a lot more clearly, so that you're able to see what the negative aspects of that situation was, and you're able to move forward. Okay, because right now I feel like you're still holding on to something that really shouldn't be. And yes, it was great, or maybe it wasn't fantastic, but yes, there were good times, but don't hold on to the good times. Recognize it as a whole. Okay, so clear spectrum of the full situation, not just one little peephole aspect of it, but the full spectrum. All right, so now let's look at the tarot cards for real. So we have the Two of Wands, the Strength in reverse, the Moon card, and the Death card. So literally you have a decision to make. You do have possible what is that called? Success ahead of you. And I feel so pulled back by your energy right now. Like even I'm hesitating. And I feel like that's the energy you're in. Like you're in a constant hesitation. Like you want to move forward, but like you are, like you're hesitating to move forward. Like you have everything in front of you, but for whatever reason, you're still looking behind at what was instead of what could be. And I feel like in your mind, you're it's like you're planning an escape. I don't know why that's coming to my mind. Like you're planning an escape of how you're going to get out of this situation or mindset or whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you're looking to go on a trip, but I think really this is really planning the footprint to your escape, right? How you're going to release all of this is really what I'm getting. But ultimately you have two paths ahead of you. Either stay where you are and constantly keep looking backwards at what was, or look forward to what possibly could be. The Strength card in reverse, I think like you are in a constant self-doubt. And you're it's like you lack, I feel like someone has taken away your confidence. And maybe people have made you feel inadequate, and maybe you feel like you can't step up to the plate anymore. And you don't trust your abilities is what I'm getting. But again, we're going to go back to time has come to clear your energy, reclaim yourself, right? Honestly, these three oracle cards have literally mentioned this so far, the tarot cards. So they are just reaffirming it. The Moon I feel like you are afraid of the mystery, of the unknown, but the moon is there between the two towers to keep you on path and not to get you distracted. So I feel like this moon card is really just telling you, focus on the future, forget looking back, stay within the zone of your happy place, reclaiming your power, and don't get sidetracked but by the self-doubt and all the nonsense the others have fed you, is what I'm getting here. And then the Death card in reverse, I feel like this is saying that whatever it was, whether it's an ex-person or an ex-career or whatever, it's not changing. Like, it's not going to change. And it's not by your lack of wanting it to change, but something isn't going to change unless it wants to change, right? Again, this could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a workplace, you know, your coworkers, your friends, whatever, family. Whatever the X is in your particular situation, that's what this is talking about. They're not changing. The only thing you can change is yourself, okay? With the Two of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands. And I feel like you are going to make a life change, and it's going to be headed in the right direction, in a positive direction is what I'm getting. And once you head towards that positive direction and you stop looking back and you start looking forward, I feel like you're going to start becoming wiser and stronger, and everything is going to start falling into place. And it's funny because the Ace of Wands here reminds me of, it has a circle, which reminds me of the globe that the person is holding on the Two of Wands, that he's looking at, and he's like, well, should I just hold on to the world? What I think I have is this world, or should I go out into everything else that's out there? And with the Ace of Wands here, what I'm getting is that you're creating your own world because you're moving away from self-limiting beliefs, is what I'm getting here. The Strength card in reverse, I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to come into your own, like, you're going to get into your own comfort zone. You're going to walk away from this vulnerable state and self-doubt state, and you're going to start feeling comfortable within yourself because you're going to get stronger. And yes, the Pentacles, it normally has to do with money, but I feel like you're going to get, I feel like this kind of wealth is more about spiritual wealth, is what I'm getting here. Wealth in your inner strength and your courage and your overall connectivity to yourself. Again, all comes down to spiritual wealth is what I'm getting here. I'm also getting that you're going to be more emotionally flexible, and you're not going to be in this darkness that you might have been before. Let's see, with the Moon, we have the Queen of Pentacles. There you go. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which basically just is telling me, because this is to verify the Moon, this is just flat out saying you're going to get stronger. Even, I mean, you're going from the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. This is saying that you're coming into your own intuition. You're coming into your own wisdom. You're relying upon yourself and creating your own world around you. I just said that with the Ace of Wands. You're creating, like, not just your world around you, but you're choosing who's going to be in your world. And you're going to start becoming a lot more finicky in regards to, and not finicky in a bad way, just you're going to be more particular about who's going to be within your inner circle and who you trust. And if they don't give you this inner strength and they don't bring light and energy, they're not somebody that you want within that realm. All right, with the Death card in reverse, we have the 8 of Swords. This person is going to I'm sorry, 8 of Swords in reverse, not 8 of Swords. Did I say 8 of Swords in reverse? I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it as if it was, I put it down as 8 of Swords in reverse, but then I said, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because I said it that way, I'm going to give you the versions, both versions, just to be safe. So as the 8 of Swords, I feel like this person is going to remain trapped within themselves. I feel like it's all mental and ego for them. And I don't feel like they want to see anything or view anything outside of how they see things. And anything else that is mentioned to them, I feel like they go, no, no, that's not how I see it. Therefore, you're wrong. And I feel like everybody else is wrong and they are constantly right. Now, when it comes to you, this 8 of Swords basically means is that you're not going to feel trapped within this person anymore. You're going to cut ties and move forward from this particular energy. That's ultimately what I'm getting here for you, pile number 1. I really love this. Claim your power. And if you feel so called to, remember this is a golden calcite. I don't sell anything online. I'm not making money off of you guys. So just go to a local store and purchase a golden calcite. It doesn't have to be big. It can be just something small enough that you can carry with you and have in your purse or in your pocket or whatever, so that this can give you the strength that you need or the mental clarity that you require, so that you are able to reclaim your own inner power and reclaim your own inner beauty and how you perceive that for yourself. All right. I would not recommend purchasing it on Amazon, only because you want to make sure that you touch the stone and it collects your energy. And when you go to a spiritual store, they will normally cleanse the energies, because I'm sure other people go around and touch things. So what they do is that they place it on a selenite stone and they clear the energy so that the only one that touches it is you. Okay? And then that way, it strictly has your energy and no one else's energy. That would be my recommendation. But again, you can do whatever you feel is appropriate for you. It's just a recommendation. All right, my darlings. Until we meet again, bye. Hello, pile number 2. We're going to take a look at your stack here. But before we do, I'm going to review your stone that you have chosen. You chose the clear calcite. Now, I didn't say this in the intro video, so I'm going to go ahead and say it like I did in pile number 1's. I don't look at the cards. I allow them, I choose the cards as I am guided to, and then I choose the stones as I'm guided to, without actually looking at the initial card. And then I choose the remainder of the cards, the remainder of the oracle and the tarot cards thereafter. Okay, and that I choose the cards as spirit guides me, after I've already chosen the initial card and the stone without looking, just all with guidance. So let's take a look at your card. Oh, just kidding. Before we do, I had to tell you about the clear calcite. I just said that and I've already forgotten. So let's go over the clear calcite. The clear calcite transmutes negative energies, and it raises positive energies. It raises your positive vibrations. It also helps you align to your inner wisdom and allows you to perceive issues clearly that may be blocking your growth, personal, financial, whatever kind of growth. And then this also allows you to release old patterns and attachments by forgiving yourself and others. It also is a great stone to have for if you're wanting a new beginning. Okay, so I'm going to place that right here. All right, so the card is Retreat. That was the card on pile number 2. And it says, it's time to disconnect from the world. On the image, it's very interesting. On the image, it's giving me a bride and their father giving them away. Very interesting choice of imagery. This deck is new for me. I've only used it a couple of times. So I have not gotten familiar with all of the cards. I like to read them as I see them because I feel like the initial reaction is what's going to give me the most earnest, and it's going to connect with the energies I'm given. Instead of having a pre-programmed idea of what the card is. So I feel with this particular imagery that I feel like you're playing it safe is what I'm getting. Because family to me is safe, and the father is not walking her down the aisle. She's in a dress, but she's actually in the woods. They're in the woods, which is, interesting. So you're going from something safe to something that is not necessarily comfortable, or not necessarily a place that you would have a wedding. Not to say that a wedding in the woods isn't fine. I mean, hey, every to each their own. But what I'm getting here is they're going from something comfortable and they're going into something that is not overly familiar, but they're still going to walk it with grace because they are walking it with a wedding dress, out of all things. So let's take a look at your cards. We have Get Creative and Resilient. And before we even look at your tarot cards, what I'm getting here is that wherever you are, I feel like you're very restricted. I feel like you want to take flight into something new, but you are afraid. And, rightfully so. It's understandable, doing something that is not what the world says is normal, like your regular 9-to-5 job or whatever that looks like. It isn't the norm. So whatever it is you're considering isn't the norm, just like this father and bride down the woods. That isn't the norm, but is it doable? Absolutely. And then I'm with the Resilient card, it says, may your soul weather the storms. And I feel like the path that you have chosen or you're thinking about taking, again, isn't the norm. And sure, it's going to have its trials and tribulations. However, just like this, a marriage would have trials and tribulations, right? But you're married to it. So this is giving me the idea that you are married or you're committing to an idea, and regardless of its highs and lows, you're going to see it through, right? Because here we have on this imagery, we have stones and we have water, right? And water is fluid, stone, not so much, right? So you're going to have both, right? And that's perfectly fine. I love this. Let's take a look at what we got. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. Oh, Knight of Swords in reverse, pardon. The Seven of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Okay, so 3 of your tarot decks are actually in reverse. Okay, so when I am looking at this, I feel that you are definitely moving forward, or at least maybe not right this moment, but you are definitely considering either moving, traveling, I don't, maybe some of you are moving abroad, like to another country, because this could represent foreign land. So it's, or maybe it's just foreign to you, right? So let's say you're from the East Coast, the West Coast could be foreign to you. So it could be something, you know, because it's just going to be foreign land, foreign to you. But I am seeing some traveling. So maybe you're just moving on, or maybe just moving toward something that you are wanting, this unfamiliar thing. But I feel like it's something that you want to do, but you have not wholeheartedly committed to this decision just yet. Either you haven't committed to this decision just yet, or you haven't committed to where you're traveling to or moving to just yet. Maybe that's the uncommitted part. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. And I'm feeling some indecision here right now. Although this card could be self-confidence, but I'm not getting self-confidence. I'm getting some resistance is the word I'm looking for. Then we have the Knight of Swords, which is, I feel like in the past, the past, you have missed opportunities because of others who upset your plans, others that got in your way, maybe yourself that you got in your way, your own mind, and you talked yourself out of it. I'm hoping that you're not going to talk yourself out of it, and you're going to be bold enough to move forward within this. But for right now, I'm seeing that in the past you have been talked out of a situation, or you missed opportunities because you either talked yourself out of it or somebody else has talked yourself out of it. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, I'm getting that you're indecisive. Like, I feel like you're still weighing out all the pros and cons of everything that's happening, is what I'm getting. And because you're so completely indecisive of how to proceed and how you're going to make this work, is what I'm getting here. The Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like you're ignoring advice. You're ignoring, that's the biggest thing that I'm getting. It's like there's people trying to whisper to you. I'm not saying it's good advice that you're ignoring. I'm not saying it's bad advice you're ignoring. I'm just saying that you're ignoring advice. So whatever whispers you're hearing around you, I feel like you're ignoring that. And I honestly, what I'm getting is that you should be doing a lot of self-reflection and see where you should be going is really what I'm getting here. And maybe you should be ignoring, you know, crappy advice from people who don't know what they're talking about, and listen to your inner guidance. With the Three of Wands, oh, Spirit, you're funny. With the Three of Wands, I'm getting the Three of Wands in reverse. Which is, here's the thing. I feel like you're not going to move anytime soon. I feel that you're going to be planning. And you're still stuck in this planning stage. And again, this is going to come down to this initial card, which is the retreat card. You know, it's time to disconnect from the world. And I feel like this is time for you to maybe go within, go on, maybe a weekend getaway, or maybe just get away from all those people with the crappy advice, and just go inward so that you're able to get a clear idea of what it is you actually want to do, and not inflict this inflicted restriction that you are placing upon yourself. I told you I was getting a lack of self-confidence, and that's the Three of Wands in reverse here, lack of self-confidence. But you have to recognize that you're actually a lot stronger than you believe yourself to be. The Five of Swords with the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Yes, you're very much conflicted. Very much conflicted. In how to move forward. I'm just getting a lot of indecisions here. But what the Spirit is saying here is retreat. Go connect to yourself and disconnect from the world so that you can come up with a creative way of managing what it is you want to do and commit to it. But again, that's going to be ultimately up to you, because the reading is about an issue that you need to address now. And this indecision is something that you need to address. This constant flippity flop that you've got, it's like a fish out of water. Like you was it this one? This card? Okay. The Seven of Cups in reverse, we have the Ten of Swords. And Ten of Swords ultimately means change, right? You need to cut ties with the previous way of thinking or previous people and change your direction, change your way of thinking. Sever that serves you nothing. You know, if it isn't for your betterment, then you need to cut those ties, is what this particular card is saying. And with the clear calcite, this helps you align to your inner wisdom, allows you to remove that negative energy, which that's what the Ten of Swords is. Let go of the negative energy, let go of things in order to change that negative energy, transmute that negative energy into a positive energy, so that you can see what is holding you back, right? Because that's what the clear calcite is for. perceive your issues clearly. Oh, I just put 2 and 2 together. Sorry, you guys. I read, I say the words, I read, and then I'm just giving you the information because I'm just connecting to spirit. So I'll just put that together right now. That's funny. The Page of Cups, we have the Moon. And the moon can be a couple of different things. So the moon can be illusions that you might have in your mind, you know. But it could also be the moon is actually there. So if you're looking at the original moon card, and this is not the original moon card, the well, not the original, the what is it, the Rider Waite Smith deck, there's the moon, and then there's 2 towers, and then the moon is there to shine down on the person's path so that they don't get distracted or go off an off-beaten path. They're there to continue on their path. That's what the moon is there for. And because it's clarifying the Page of Cups, I feel like because I told you that the Page of Cups was ignoring advice, I feel like the moon is saying, don't get distracted by other people's advice and listen to your inner guidance, the mystery, because the moon is also something that is unknown. It's a mystery, and there's nothing wrong with something that's unknown. It's just scary because it's unknown. It's really what it comes down to. But ultimately, you're going to have to decide what is best for you. No one can tell you that. I can't tell you that. The people whispering around you can't tell you that. It's your issue to address, right? That's something that you need to address. And the only way for you to address it appropriately is to go spend some time by yourself and disconnect from everybody and everything and just listen to your higher self. And if you're disconnected with your higher self, I recommend getting a clear calcite at a local store. I don't sell things here on my page. That's not what I do. I'm not here to make money from you. I'm here to give you the best guidance for you. That's what I do here. Okay, so if this is something that you're wanting to do and you feel like you could benefit from getting back in touch with your inner self, your inner wisdom, your higher self, then I would definitely suggest going and getting a clear calcite at a local store. Do not purchase on Amazon. Number one, you don't know if you're getting an actual stone. Number two, you don't know how many people's energies have touched it before it gets to you. Okay, so go to a local store and feel out the energy of the stone. Look for one that you connect with, because they come in different shapes and sizes, and choose one that is going to be appropriate for you. If it's one that you want to carry, make sure you put one, choose one that's small and you place in your pocket. You can get one that's small and one that's big, that you can, just keep around with you. Or put it in an area, like if you're at a desk frequently, you can get a bigger one. Or if you're in your car, you can have one that's there, whatever that looks like for you, okay? But also when you go to a local store, what they'll do is that once you've touched your stone and they check it out, they will clear out its energy by placing it on a selenite stone. And then that ensures that only your energies are applied to the stone of your choice. All right. That way it doesn't get your energies doesn't get intertwined with somebody else's energy. That's not, you don't want that within a stone. The stone is made for you, and no one else is supposed to touch it but you. Okay, so that was your reading, my dear pal number 2. I hope this was helpful. I hope you're able to address this issue and try to get your mind clear so that you're able to make the best decision possible for you and solely you, not what is best for other people. All right, my dear ones, until we meet again, bye. Hello, pile number 3. You have chosen the card that has the leopard skin jasper. Now, I am going to advise you, as I have the other 2 piles, that when I choose the stone, I do not look at the card. Actually, I don't look at the cards at all. So the cards are always guided. I'm always guided to each card, and I always place them face down, and then I choose a stone that I'm called upon and place it on top of a pile. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. But before I do, I want to talk to you about the leopard skin jasper. The leopard skin jasper is a stone that asks you to please trust your intuition so that you may navigate challenges with ease, and do not fear a path that's unknown or solitary. Okay. This will give you a certain sense of self that will encourage you, or actually will encourage you to encourage others to identify what is unique about them. Like, you're going to, whatever it is you're going to do, whatever path you're going to take, this and having this particular stone with you, it's going to set you apart from others, and others are going to look up to you. And just by you doing what you do, you're going to naturally encourage others to identify what is unique about them and follow their own instincts. With this particular stone, you can also achieve whatever goal you set your mind to. Also, the last thing I want to say about this particular stone is that if there is someone toxic around you, whether it's at work or a significant other, partner, or a family member, whatever that looks like, this stone calls you to let go of them, because it's not an energy that you need to be around. All right, so let's go ahead and place that there. That's why I like to place the cards faced down, so that you are attracted, because we're all called to a specific stone, a specific kind of stone, depending on how we're feeling. And that normally goes directly with the reading. And that has held true thus far, not just in this reading, but in other readings. But I'm going to go ahead and go into your reading and see how it ties in with yours, okay? Okay, what does this say? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. All right, so I'm actually getting 2 different stories here. That was not the case with the other 2 piles. I'm actually getting 2 different things here. I'm getting the fact that it's like you want a certain outcome and no one's following what you have set forth as far as guidelines is concerned. And it's really irking you is what I'm getting. And this could be in regards to any partnership, spouse, family, work, whatever. But this could also be in regards to a child. I'm getting the sense of a child strongly for some people, so I have to make sure that I include that as well. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm not saying you're controlling. I'm saying that maybe you have to let go of certain little, what is the word? Synchronicities or lack of synchronicities, right? You have to let go of that. If it isn't flowing your way, there might be something else that could be done, okay? Then, and for others, I'm also getting that there might be somebody in your life that is controlling, okay? And that is definitely something that either needs to be addressed or let go of. All right, as it says here, let go of control issues. And an issue can be a person. All right, let's take a look at your cards. I'm getting the sense that a lot of you are very, I just got chills, very divinely guided. And I feel like you know that. All right, we have the Get Curious card and the Begin card. All right, the Get Curious card, I feel like this is your way of expanding into an unknown territory. For instance, let's say, for those with a child, let's say that they're not eating their vegetables. And you're like, no, you have to eat vegetables and blah, 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 right? Whatever that looks like. I feel like you're going to try to find a way. You're going to expand, because I'm seeing a bird with their wings super expanded. You're going to expand the way you think, and you're really going to reach out for, either you're going to get ideas from somebody else, or you post something on your social media and it's like, I need help with this because I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. And they're going to give you creative ways to approach this so that you're able to be eye to eye with your child in regards to this, so that they can see where you're coming from, but you can also see where they're coming from, so that the situation naturally just kind of flows versus forcing them, right? If this has nothing to do with the child, it's going to be the same situation if it's in regards to, let's say, work or somebody in your life that you're trying to make it fit, right? So let's say your partner, for instance, they're constantly leaving their socks on the floor. They take off their socks, they leave it right there on the floor. Meanwhile, it's like 2 inches away from the hamper, right? So that drives you absolutely mad. It has been something that you have been trying to control for however long you've been with this individual, right? So what this is saying is either get creative with the way you're going to approach it instead of being nagging. I'm not saying that you are nagging. I'm just giving examples. Instead of being forthright, like being very, because I feel like you're super strong. Instead of just like, why are you doing that? Why? I feel like it's expanding the way you think, the way you speak, the way you see things in all aspects. And your approach has got to be, so let go of maybe a certain way of approaching something and trying to approach things maybe from a different perspective, or or how a little bit more receptive. Okay. And again, that's just an example. It's going to be different for every person. So put it in whatever scenario you have going on into your life. And then we have the begin card, which is, may you start as if you've already begun. So start doing little things to implement the idea that you've already have started this process. So for instance, with the child scenario, you're going to put broccoli on the, let's just say broccoli on the plate. Don't have a fit if she doesn't eat it. Say, you know what? Try it. That's all you can do. And if you don't want it, that's fine. Leave it right where it's at. Right? So just begin it. So just putting it on the plate without it being a hassle or without having this tug of war is already a win. So imagine in your mind that that the process has begun and they're already like it. They just may not like it today. All right? I know it's a silly example, but that's the scenario that's coming to me. So that's the example I'm giving. Now, if this is in regards to somebody who is controlling in your life, I feel like you have to expand your wings completely and leave the nest. That's just what I'm getting. And again, begin as it's already so if you can't leave it now, begin as if you already have begun, right? So start each day doing things that might be slightly different, not completely different, but imagine what your life is going to be like without this person. So begin the day, let's say you're making breakfast, right? Or you're making dinner and this person is super controlling and you're making something that makes you happy, right? You're cooking for you. And if they don't like it, say, you know what, I'm sorry that you don't like it, but this is really what I wanted to make today. So, that's what we have, right? Or if you're always talking to this person about making the bed, but they're super controlling and they're like, no, I'm not going to make the bed because I'm the man or I'm the woman and I'm this and I'm that and I don't want to because I've never done it before. Or they don't want you to drive and whatever that looks like, right? So if they don't want to make the bed, let go of it. So you know what? You don't want to make the bed? I'm going to do it for myself because I want to make the bed. And just have that mindset as if that person isn't even in your life. So you can start imagining what that feels like. In the car scenario, they don't want you to drive the car, or they don't want you to go have girls' night out or whatever. And then, you know what? I understand you don't want me to drive the car. Totally fine. I'm going to have my friend actually pick me up because we're going to do this and this and this and this. Okay? And, I can't go out. Okay. They're going to come over then. Those are the options. Would you rather have me go out or would you rather have them just come over and take it from there, right? Again, I'm not saying this is what's happening. I'm saying these are scenarios because they are giving me a lot of information. Because honestly, I'm getting that you are whoever picked this pile number 3, you're very strong. You're very independent and somehow you've come into a scenario where you've had to rely upon somebody because they've made you rely upon them, and you're wanting to let go of that. You want to release that sort of that way of being because it's not who you are. All right, we have the Empress in reverse. Okay, the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the Justice card. Interesting. Okay. So with the Empress card, I feel like even though you're super strong, because that really came through super powerfully, as I mentioned in the very beginning. I feel, and because the Empress is here, I really do feel like for a good chunk of you, there's a child involved. Usually the Empress is somebody who is giving birth or is pregnant with something. So I feel like, like they're very motherly, and the Queen of Cups looks in this particular instance like as if she was pregnant. Okay, so I feel like some of you are mothers or a parent in some sort of fashion. Okay, so this isn't just a female thing. This could just be an energy thing. So you just might be a parent, and you could be male or female. It doesn't really matter. There's no judgment here, but either way, I feel like you're in a controlling issue, and there are things that you have to let go of, and but you're having a difficult time because right now you feel like there's an imbalance within yourself, and you feel quite insecure about it, or you lack confidence within yourself, because it's like this person has stripped you from your independence, and that independence is what gave you your strength, your confidence to strive forward. Like before you were able to, you'd fall, you get back up, and you're like, that's fine, I can do it, no worries, not a big deal. But now it's like it's like you fall, and like they mock you for falling, which causes you to be insecure, and it gives you it places you in a space where you feel unable to accomplish what you used to accomplish, is the energy that I'm getting here. Okay. Again, like there's some sort of imbalance going on within yourself, knowing that you're strong, but feeling unworthy or insecure, or whatever that feels like for you. And I feel like because of thank you, my angels, spirits, they just pointed out that I feel like because of their control issues, I feel like you have become overbearing towards others or your child, because that is your way of trying to balance out what strength looks like. Because this person is stripping you away, you're trying to build a false sense of confidence by becoming overbearing. That's what I'm getting here. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That isn't for everybody, but I am seeing that. So, and the angels did point it out to me. I actually didn't see it. The spirit pointed it out, so I had to say it. The Five of Cups in reverse. I feel like you are going to move forward from whatever situation is going on here. You might be, asking for help, but I feel like you're gonna start removing yourself a little bit at a time, and like inching away, gaining your strength, and moving on from this particular situation. If not completely from the situation, the mindset of lack, of scarcity. Okay. With the Queen of Cups, I'm getting a strong sense that you're concerned about your loved ones. Definitely your emotional well-being, but like your loved ones, how it's going to, by you leaving, how it's going to affect them. But also if you stay, how will it affect them? And again, I feel like this is really in regards to a child. and also how staying and leaving is going to affect your emotional well-being, because this Queen of Cups person is holding this huge cup, and again, she's got two little puppies there with her at her feet, and it looks like she is pregnant. So I'm getting the sense that this is in regards to children or somebody incredibly close to you, and the look on her face is wonderment and like considering her options on how to move forward. What's the best way to move forward in regards to this, where it doesn't truly impact the little ones or her loved ones or her emotional well-being. Then we have the Justice card, which ultimately I just feel like this is going to be the end result, how things are going to work out for you. And I just feel like it's going to work out justly in your favor. But you have to trust blindly that it will. And we're going to get some clarifiers here. Normally, I'm already shuffling during the reading, but honestly, I was so pulled in by your strength that I did not do that. Let's see, with the Empress, we have the Six of Pentacles. Maybe you have 3 children. I don't know why I said 3. Or maybe it's going to take 3 months to step out of this situation. So with I have the Six of Pentacles here, which is telling me that there's definitely an opportunity an opportunity to get balanced, and possible inheritance, which could definitely mean that if you are married, then wow, we got the Queen of Cups twice. I love it. With this inheritance card, this could definitely mean like maybe child support or spousal support or something to that extent, because the Justice could also mean court decision, right? So let's say you're getting a divorce or something to that, or maybe you're splitting up a business and you have to go to court. Take it how it resonates. It's going to work out in your favor. And this potential inheritance could definitely mean the opportunity for you to come out of a pretty crappy situation into something that's more emotionally and financially stable. Okay, definitely more spiritually stable, for sure. With the Five of Cups in reverse, we have the Queen of Cups, which tells me that you're going to be victorious in whatever it is you're going to get out. Like this Queen of Cups is a different energy than the Queen of Cups. Here, that is contemplative. This Queen of Cups is an action-orientated queen. She is clear-minded. She has emotions straight. She is not doubting. She is headstrong and confident. Very, very confident, but yet incredibly balanced. With the Queen of Cups, I have the the Six of Cups. So we have 6 and 6. So we're definitely feeling balanced here. And the Six of Cups is really about balance, harmony. Your home life is I'm getting a home life is happy. That's all I'm getting. I just feel like that's what this is about. The Justice card, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is giving me the energy that you were quite anxious, or you're going to be quite anxious during this separation and the decision to, like, if the court is going to make a decision, I feel like you're going to be incredibly stressed about that, and rightfully so. But I feel like once you have gone into the next phase and that next energy, it's like your worries and your anxiety has completely lifted. Not to say that you still don't have, concerns, because now you're going to be a single parent. Not to say that you're not going to have worries or concerns. It isn't about that. It's a different kind of worry and concerns. It's more about, okay, now this is me taking care of everything, but still it feels lighter than the heaviness of you having the worry and anxiety before. And then on top of that, you had the negative energy of them suppressing your natural God-given right to be strong and decisive, where now you are in your own energy, in your own element. You are decisive, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the worry just floats away. It means that it's there. It just isn't as potent as it used to be. You can't really necessarily get rid of every single worry. That isn't necessarily possible, unless you have no children and nothing to be concerned about, but in the world that we're currently living in, and even if you are a happy-go-lucky and you do let go of a lot, just because you let go of a lot doesn't necessarily mean that you let go of everything. You're still going to have those thoughts that kind of creeping into your mind, but now these thoughts come into your mind and it's like, oh yeah, I'm worried, but you know what, it's fine because at least I don't have XYZ, right? And you've kind of make it into a lighter feel versus a stress. It's just, okay, I thought about it. Yes, I know it's there, but it's like you've made light of it. That's all I'm getting. You've made light of it. All right. So the issue you need to address now is letting go of these control issues, or the person that's controlling you. And again, I don't necessarily think that it's really you that's controlling. I think that you've come into an energy currently of being overbearing because you're trying to make up for the strength that you used to have that this person has stripped away, or this situation or job or manager, whatever that looks like. So it's about facing that and addressing it now so that you're able to come into this new energy. All right, my dear pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you did enjoy it. Until we meet again. Bye.